call all of that evil. I'm almost through. So where does evil come from? I never answered that question. Where does evil come from?
Come on.
Okay. The Bible says in the 28th chapter of the book of Ezekiel that Satan, before he walked in the garden of God, and every precious stone was his covering. He was the anointed cherub and cover. He was perfect, and I love the English of this. He was perfect, it says, until sin was found in him. What are you talking about? You see, the rejection of God is the door and path to evil. That's right. Every time Satan or anyone who rejects God is saying yes to evil. Evil is not just the opposite of good. Evil is a deliberate choice to go away from God. So you think the evil is a mass murderer like Hitler or Papa Doc. You think Hitler is a Mussolini or somebody who's created genocide. But every time you rejected God, you said yes to evil. You are married, and you refuse to be loving and gentle and tender and considerate to your wife because you're mad or they did something you don't like. You feel justified for being insensitive.
That's right, sir.
That's right. You feel justified for not being tender. You feel justified because of what you've done. But you're still guilty of injustice.
Yes.
The difference. In Sunday school in our church this morning, my sister pastor was teaching a bunch of young people. And he said, "See, tell them the difference between vengeance and revenge." See, know the Bible says, vengeance on mine, I will repay. Vengeance is what God does. Revenge is what we do.
That's right.
Vengeance is God providing equal response to an admonition. When we say stuff like, "No, I wish they did me," I would have killed them twice. Because revenge, you always go over.
That's right.
And because you are emotionally driven, God does not allow their judgment to be in your hands.
That's right.
So he says, "Vengeance are mine. I will repay." But you see what you do, if you read Earl Gervais' book, God Players, he says that most people born in this world are God players, and God players must play God. In order to be a God player, you must have a kingdom.
That's right.
Can't be a God player without a kingdom. Because the kingdom is the territory that you're God over.
Yeah.
All right?
Yes, sir.
And you can't be a God player. Not only must you have the kingdom, you've got to have subjects.
That's right.
There's got to be people in your kingdom. Are you with me?
Yes, sir.
Not only do you need a kingdom or territory to control, and people in it, there are rules in your kingdom.
That's right. That's right.
In your kingdom.
That's my kingdom.
That's why certain people you don't get along with because they won't act right in your kingdom. So there's a territory. There are subjects, citizens.
That's right.
There are rules.
Yes, sir.
But none of that works if there's not punishment for not carrying out the rules of the kingdom. So your wrath and your darting ways and your sarcasm and your cutting remarks, that's your judgment because they violated your rules. You are making them pay because they upset you. You are a God player. You are playing God. You call something else. But playing God is God displacement. You push God off the throne and you put you on the throne. Yes, sir. I got this one. I'm almost finished. Even if you are feeling guilty, I told you this lesson a long time ago. Even if you are feeling guilty, that's God displacement. Because what's happening, you're saying, God, you haven't judged me harshly enough. I'm going to judge myself.
Well, now. Wow.
People who feel guilty have decided that God wasn't hard enough on them. So now they're going to judge themselves.
Wow.
And the Bible says, who art thou that judges another man's servant? You don't have the right to judge you.
That's right, sir. That's right, sir.
You don't belong to you.
That's right.
And that is also evil. Because any behavior, notion, or thought that rejects the will, whims, and wishes of God, it becomes evil.
It does. Yes, sir. All right, sir. All right, sir.
You're not supposed to be saying, say, Pastor, the Holy Ghost, that was when they burned fire, on your way to hell with a shout of victory, speaking in tongues, and spiritual You do all that, and you practice evil.
Evan, finish the film.
Psalm 37, reading down to the 35th verse says, I have seen the wicked in great power, and spreading himself like a green bay tree. Yet he passed away, and lo, he was not. Yet I saw him, but he could not be found.
Yeah.
You see, somehow, we cheat, men cheat, women cheat. We have sex with people we shouldn't. We cheat on income tax, we cheat on welfare applications because we want another $50 or another $100. We cheat. We lie. It's because ultimately, in our predisposition, we don't have this abiding notion that good wins out over evil. Right? You have to be convinced that good wins out of evil. Because if you're convinced that good wins out of evil, and you don't get mad at people because of what they've done, you know God's got that. But if you don't believe that good wins out of evil, you got to help God out. You got to press somebody out. You got to move because you really don't believe that good wins out of evil.
Now, come on now.
So the last verse I didn't read here in the 37th verse, it says, mark the perfect man, and behold the upright, for the end of that man is peace. So instead of retaliating and be giving evil for evil, you mark, you look at the example of the mature man, and you keep your eyes on the upright.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Instead, we have become everything but the upright.
That's right.
We become people who are angry, people who are sarcastic, people who are mean, and what people see and what our children see is not love. My son the other day wanted some candy like he always does. And I said, no, you can't have any candy. He said, every day you're asking me for candy. I'm not going to give it to you. I said, I know you. He said, Dad, you don't know me. He said, yeah, I know you. He said, well, Dad, I know you. I said, really? He said, yeah, man, I know you. I said, tell me what you know about me. Oh. He said, you want to see a whole lot of people get saved. Amen. That's what he sees modeled in front of him. That's right. He doesn't see his dad mistreating his mom. He doesn't hear his dad putting his mom down. I saw that growing up, and I know how the adverse effect it is. Grew up in a home where there's tension and war. I can't, if it is my job to pastor, my first ministry is deserve